Kohala Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bahasham Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great Nelson over. Well, I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because the video I'm about to do is. Anyway, you'll see. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this, wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. I have two. So we're going to play them both, and then we'll go and get our scripture as we go. Because, you know, anything that Meta owns is already then got messed up. That's why TikTok didn't always. Well, this is IG, but TikTok didn't always refresh. TikTok stayed where you left it unless you was gone for a long period of time. But anyway, so let's let this roll. Actually, no. Let's front load a couple, right? So let's get Psalms. Let's get Psalm 64. Because I do have a couple that I want to get. And this is Psalm 64, all right? And the top of it, or the header, says, prayer for deliverance from the secret enemies, right? And your secret enemy will more than likely be, the I guess more of like the Democrat, the liberal so-called white, right? Because you don't know, you think, to the unlearned, right? You think they're on your side, right? Because still, some Jake is still talking about, or sounding like Edomites, where they're like, it's the Republicans, it's the Democrat. No, it's the same. It's the same turd. They are the same turds from a single bird, all right? Don't ever forget that. But anyway, the point I wanted to get is 8 and 10. 8 through 10. I'm gonna start at 5. It's not a very long one. So we'll read from 5 to 10. All right. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. But Yahweh shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue fall upon themselves. That's the point we're getting it, right? And all that see them shall flee away. All right. And all men shall fear and shall say, declare the work of the Lord, and shall declare the work of the Lord, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord, and shall trust in him, and the upright in heart shall glory. All right. So you got a clean cut. It is a beautiful depiction, not only one for them, the stat lovers. They are the number one statistic lovers, and they go off of false statistics. And I said it before and I'll say it again. You cannot argue with these so-called white tea people because they don't actually live in reality. So to try and bring logic and critical thinking, all of the things that you need for a great debate, or at least for a good conversation for people to gain an understanding, you can't do that with them because they're the very first thing off the rip. They don't live in reality. They live in their own reality, their own bubble, their own version of how the world works. And it revolves around them. And they are the greatest. They are the nicest. They are the smartest. They are the everything that is good, right? That's why they label themselves a color that represents purity. And you couldn't be farther from the truth. Could not be further from the truth. Okay, and we'll let me get Jeremiah 16 and 19 too. All right, but their father, I think, right? Let me see. And then we'll let both of these videos play. But it's actually quite funny. They are hurt. You understand me? Let's see. Is it verse 19, Jeremiah 16 and 19. O Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. And everything that they are mad about is because they have believed a lie. A complete lie. And now that it is shattering, they don't know what to do. Okay, so here we go. There's two others. This one, and then I think it's the same. Well, it's a girl that's on the next one.
Go on Google and search "I'm alone with a white person." The AI prompt will tell you that if you feel unsafe, make sure that you call 911 right away. Now Google "I'm alone with a black person." It'll tell you that that's a totally normal, everyday situation.
He was actually telling the truth for once. But when you ask AI, why do you give two different responses if you just change one word in the same sentence? It's because AI goes through the data and shows that white people are more likely to harm you than black people. But now that I have this information, you know what I'm not doing? Going on.
And I hate this stupid nigga on the left. Why do we need to see your face? Just repost the video. I forgot Egyptian against Egyptian as well. Okay, not only are their tongues falling upon themselves, they going against each other. It's a beautiful thing to watch the curses, being transferred. And slowly but surely, little bit by little bit, the workload of inheriting curses is slowly being lifted off of us and transferred over to its rightful owner. And this AI thing is also a form of their tongues falling upon themselves. This is a creation of your doing, right? It is modeled after your mind, after your biases, everything under your vibration. But those statistics don't lie. The real statistics, right? The actual ones that are based in reality that everyone else lives in. It has the AI can find that, and it is going to tell the truth. So I wonder what update is going to come next, where now you won't even be able to do this little fun social experiment
On the internet and crying like a little bit.
Yeah, right. Your children, your dogs. Right? You do all that arson, robbing, all kind of stuff, man. That's y'all. You the niggas. And furthermore, the 2/3, the brown niggas, they're like their daddy. Just as Yahweh Shai said, you are like your father, the devil. He was a liar from the beginning. Where is that? John 8:44? Is that where we at? Let's see. Let me go to John 8. It's somewhere around there. I know that. Nah. Is it? Yes, it is. 8:44. Call Allah Yahweh Bashmi Shab Shemakak die. And this is the red letter. So Yahweh Shai speaking. We're gonna go ahead and read it straight to the point here. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer. I'm sorry, I said liar. It's like he was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So that's why I differentiated with pale versus brown niggas. They, by definition, y'all are the niggas. Okay, so there's that one. Not that one. Where the girl here?
So white folks on the internet are mad right now. They are in an uproar because they're going on Google and typing, I'm alone with a black person. I'm alone with a Hispanic person. Or I'm alone with an Asian person. And the AI is telling them that's a normal thing. That's an everyday thing. But when they type, I'm alone with a white person, AI tells them to call 911. And this got them so mad. But one thing about it, AI goes by statistics, okay? And when it comes to violent crimes, black folks, Asian folks, and Hispanic folks do not lead in violent crime like they want you to believe. It's them who lead in the violence.
And I did 2 videos, both of them highlighting that every accusation is an admission of guilt. Never forget that. As the truth finally comes out about who's who. Right, the devil, he transformed himself as an angel of light. But y'all, the Lord said it's done. Time's up. No more lying. Okay? Especially according to Revelation 20, where you are allowed to go out and deceive the nations for that 1,000-year period. And we're coming towards the end of that. Nobody's listening to you. Nobody likes you. Everybody understands that you are the problem.
And crimes. And they are mad that AI, which is a robot, which does not have any emotions, which is programmed to go by statistics, is telling them the truth. These same statistics that they love to falsely quote when it comes to us. But when it's quoted accurately, when it's assessed accurately, they don't like that. So,
you see what I'm saying? Ain't no way around it, man. Matter of fact, the truth, which have been so long without fruit, and 2 Ezra 6. But there is another one. I'm trying to think of it. It ain't coming to me. Give me a second. But I guess in the meantime, let's read 2 Ezra. The truth of which had in 25? 6. 7. 27 and 28. And hopefully the other scripture that I wanted will pop up. And if not, amen, call Allah Yahweh Bashmi Shine anyhow. As you see as you're seeing things, truth finally being coming out, right? Your vindication at last. But anyway, this is 2 Ezra 6, verse 27 and 28. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, and what we have just talked about here, is a small aspect of it, but a byproduct nonetheless. And the truth, which has been so long without fruit, shall be declared. Actually, no, this isn't a byproduct. Well, the reaction is a byproduct, but Esau being made bare and uncovering his secret parts, right, that is a big portion. Right, the man of sin would have had to be revealed. So let's get that too. Let's get man of sin being revealed. And this is Thessalonians, it's 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there be a falling away first, right? We are recovering from the falling away, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. This is a part of the revealing. By their own hand. That is the Haman effect that I so affectionately refer to situations like this as. They try to set a snare for you, and they end up getting caught in it. You are hanging from your own gallows. You set it up for Jake, and now look at you. Hanging from your own gallows. In the spirit, of course, this is not a physical thing. You are spiritually hanging from your own gallows. I think I need to emphasize that. Lastly, enemy, fall of his enemy. Is it Ecclesiasticus or is it Wisdom of Solomon? Ecclesiasticus 25 and 7. So let's go to that. And in that's the video. Alright. But being able to see the fall of your enemy is a blessing indeed. So this is what it here, Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 25, verse 7. Okay, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children. All right, which we can't really have that here. So, okay, we'll check that off the box and we'll worry about it for later. All right. or should I say, celebrate it later, right? And he that liveth to see the fall, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Right? So we're in that portion. We're here. And let's see what else that we can glean. Okay, no, that's it right there. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So with that being said, all right, keep on calling them out. Keep on praying. Keep on trying to strive to be under the proper vibration of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, because nobody willingly hands over a kingdom. Nobody hands over rulership. So brace yourself, all of us. Keep praying, keep fasting, keep believing, and don't let the lack of faith and the incredulity of others let you waver. If you did, you never really had it. Okay, so you continuously have to be on top of your game. All right, so with that being said, shalom.